I read a sentiment once that said, only an aunt can give hugs like a mother, keep secrets like a sister, and offer advice like a friend. And that statement, combined with the benevolence of genuine care and unconditional love, describes my Aunt Phyllis perfectly. We are gathered here in this moment in remembrance of my beloved aunt, Mrs. Phyllis Yvonne Stapler Brown. Phyllis was born on August 31st, 1954, in Athens, Georgia, to my grandfather, Herman Stapler, and his first wife, Alice Gray Lampkins Freeman. She was a sweet and shy child, by all accounts, who behaved obediently and shied away from negative confrontation, traits which carried on into adulthood for her and endeared her to the multitudes of people whom she called friends. And any person who was a friend of Aunt Phyllis was treated as sweetly as though they were family. Aunt Phyllis genuinely cared about her people, and after her passing, we continue to hear stories of uncounted ways in which she touched the hearts and lives of others. From Georgia, the family moved to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, where young Phyllis was raised by her father and stepmother, my grandmother, Ethel Stapler. Aunt Phyllis was the eldest of the girls in the family and is remembered as always offering a comforting and nurturing presence to each of her 6 siblings. She believed strongly in helping others to become their best selves, and all of us fondly recollect her firm instructions on etiquette, grammar, and articulation. I owe much of my education on proper speech, manners, and dress to my Aunt Phyllis, as do my siblings and cousins and even my children. She truly cared about how we saw ourselves and taught us to value our presentation of self always. My Aunt Phyllis was a beautiful spirit and a gorgeous woman, inside and out. Focus. She did, in fact, model for a time while living in Chicago, only one of her many adventures. Phyllis's bright smile, lovely visage, and personality could light up a room. Even her voice was lovely. From Aruba to Paris, she shared her love for life with friends and her love for fashion. She was endowed with a natural grace and elegance, and anyone who knew Phyllis knew she had impeccable taste. Aunt Phyllis loved to shop, and upon her passing there were still tons of clothing and gifts for others stashed away in her lovely home. After many years spent working for Dudley Beauty Products, traveling as one of their top salespersons, modeling in Chicago, Aunt Phyllis moved back to Winston-Salem and worked for a time as a local radio personality. Later, she became a dedicated employee for Piedmont Airlines, now American Airlines, until she eventually retired. During her many years as a flight attendant, she enjoyed the excitement of traveling the world and brought lots of gifts back. I remember feeling so proud to go meet my chic, glamorous Aunt Phyllis at the airport when I was little. On June 20th, 1996, Phyllis married her lifelong partner, Johnny Brown, and they remained together until the end of her life. They had no children of their own, but treated all of us youngsters as though we were their babies too. Phyllis was loved by all and devoted to all whom she loved. She was a godly woman of strong faith, and I will always miss her praying over me. You could truly feel the spirit in her presence. In the most difficult passages of my life, my aunt was my personal angel. If anyone ever deserved to be bestowed with genuine wings, I'm sure my Aunt P did when her spirit left this world on January 11, 2022. The world will never shine as brightly without her luminous spirit and warmth, but all of her family and friends are comforted in the knowledge that our beloved Phyllis lived a wonderfully full life and is surely making heaven glow more beautifully with her lovely and gracious presence.